So now the first step what I'm going to do is we need to subtract p, so I will get p RT is equal to a minus p, and then since they want you to express r as subject formula, so they want you to make subtract p, and then you need to divide the rest of the term in this here to get t. So I will get p RT is equal to a minus p, and then t is equal. Hey guys, it's Mathematics YT. Today we are going to do some algebra formulae, but we have two graphs here, which is the formula for the total saving using a compound interest, I mean simple interest, and this is the formula to find the total saving when you use the compound interest. And then what I have here is we need to express this whole thing as subject formula. So if you guys really interested in this question, please pause the video and then try it for yourself. So let's start solving question 1, and then given the question A, they want you to express r as subject formula. Well, if you are good in manipulating algebra, then this is very easy for you. So let's write down the equation. So now the first step what I'm going to do is we need to subtract p, so I will get p RT is equal to a minus p, and then since they want you to express r as subject formula, so they want you to make so you need to divide pt, so I will get r is equal to a minus b over bt, and then we have found the solution for a simple. Let's start solving question B. Well, question B is still same as question A. You just need to subtract p, and then you need to divide the rest of the term in this here to get t. So I will get p RT is equal to a minus p, and then t is equal to a minus p over pr, because I need to t as subject formula. So to make that, in order to make this happen, I need to divide pr to here. So this is the solution what I get. Now in question C, yes, things will get harder as there has multiple of terms that is in terms of subject formula. So what are we going to do? Well, if you guys watch the previous video that I teach you how to do a subject formula, how to express a subject formula that in terms of these multiple terms which in terms of the subject formula. So what are we going to do is we need to gather up, but we have already gathered all the subject formula in here. So what I'm going to do next is we need to factorize. So A is equal to P times 1 plus RT, and then I need to subtract here and subtract this whole thing to here. So P is equal to A over 1 plus RT. So this is the solution for question. So let's solve question number 2 and question number A. Well, here's some things that I want to tell you. The simple interest is much easier than this, because and you see something like this, and then I have the P here, and I have R, then T. and I tell you, much likely impossible to express. So the terms that only possible to express is only P, R, and T. Well, as the question say, I need to express P first, and then R, and then T. Well, things will get much harder when it comes to T because we need some special surgeries. But what is the special surgeries? Well, I will tell you. You must you watch this video until the end first. So let's get solving question number A. So let me write down the equation first, and then now since this whole thing doesn't have the presence of the subject formula, which is P, so basically we need to divide this whole thing and then we are done. So P is equal to A over 1 plus R over N with power of N T. So pretty much this is the solution to express P as subject formula from the compound interest. Let's start solving question number 2B. So I have write down the equation, the compound interest, and then I have the subject formula R. So they want you to express R as subject formula. So what I'm going to do is we need to divide the P first. So I will get 1 plus R over N. The power of NT is equal to A over P. What I'm going to do is because R is inside here, and then the power here doesn't have in terms of R. So what I can conclude is we just need to root this NT. So I will get 1 plus R over N is equal to N root of NT of A over P. And then what I'm going to do is I need to multiply, and not multiply, I need to subtract these terms over here, subtract the number 1, so I will get R over N is equal to -1 plus NT root of A over P, and then R is pretty much equal to N times -1 plus NT root of A over P, and then I need to tidy this thing up, so I'm going to expand and then expand this n to these two terms. So I will get R is equal to -n plus N times NT root of A over P. And then what I'm going to do is, because this is like really confusing, because like N you might think as N times NT root of A over P, but sometimes somebody may just look like N this whole thing N squared T root of A over P. So to prevent confusion, I'm going to make this N inside here, but I need to this expressed in power of NT. So R is equal to -n plus NT root of N power of NT times A over P. And then you might ask why we need to write this NT. Well, it's because related to something like this. Now, let's say I have square root of 7 over 5. They want you to express this thing in form of square root of A. So what I'm going to do is I need to make this 5 in power of 1 over 2. But how can we get in power of 2? We can use law of indices. So now, since 5 is equal to 5 power of 1, and then this one is equal to 5 power of 2 over 2, because the root, because 7 square root of 7 is equal to 6, since square root of 7 is equal to 7 with power of 1 over 2, and then I need to express the denominator 2, so I need to divide by 2 here, and then don't forget to times 2. That is the skill to manipulate the number to make the power equal or make something that is maintained. And then what I'm going to do is I need to separate the process. Why? Because when you do something like this, it's like, oh, it's like backfire. We still can divide by 2, but we need to separate so we can see a different result. So which is equal to 25 power of 1 over 2, and then same things here, 7 power of 1 over 2 over 25 power of 1 over 2. And then what I can see here, we can use law of indices, because even though the base is different but the power is the same, so which is equal to 7 over 25 the power of 1 over 2, and then we can write it down as square root of 7 over 25. And then what can I see is, when you see something is outside the root, we just basically go inside here, but we need to square it, so the terms that outside the root can be inside the root. So by using the same concept of this, basically I need to make this n go to here, but I need to, because the root is in nt, so I must express this n go to here, while I make this n go inside this root, but at the same time I need to express the n with the power of nt times with these two terms, so we will make the terms maintain. Instead we get different results. So question number 2C, which is the last question, but at the same time it might be the hardest question, because t is at the exponential, t is in terms of power. So how to fight back? It is very simple. If you like really know more knowledge about like math, like something like that, when you see something like this, t in the power, we can use logarithm. Yes, we can use logarithm, but in the end we still have to tidy up because it was so messy. So as always, like question B, we need to subtract t first before we use the logarithm to express t as subject formula. So I will get 1 plus r over n with power of nt is equal to a over p, and then we can use logarithm. So nt is equal to log of a over p, oh my god, it with the base of 1 plus r over n. Oh my god, this I'm regret because I have no space to write the 1 plus r over here. Let me just rewrite it down. So log of ap with the base of 1 plus r over n, and then this, yeah, as I told you guys, this is really messy. We need to tidy things up. So now since log of b with the base a, is equal to log b with the base 10 over log a with the base 10. So I will use the same concept to express this now. So nt is equal to log of a over p over log of 1 plus r over n, and then by using the concept of law of logarithm, nt is equal to log of a minus log of p over, we can simplify this, so 1 plus r over n is equal to r plus n plus r over n. Now since we have log of n plus r over n with the base 10, now I can use law of logarithm to separate this thing out. So I will get log of n plus r minus log n, and then what we are going to do next is we need to divide n. So t is equal to log a minus log p over n times log of n plus r minus log of n. And then I want to expand this whole thing. I want to expand this expression, so I will get t is equal to log of a minus log of p over n times log of n plus r minus log n times log of n. And then by using the concept law of indices, yeah, I say this so many times, but this doesn't matter because we need to show the step of solving this. We basically, when we see a multiplication between a number and a log, so we can basically make this n into here, make this n into here. Yeah, as I say, I want to tidy things up because when you saw something like this, it is like very confusing. So I want to tidy things up so I can get something like this, and it's like really tidy. So t is equal to log of a minus log p over log of n plus r power of n minus log n power of n. And then we have found the solution of the algebra formulae. Yeah, this might be the hardest question I ever done in this two types of interest, because the only t we have to use log. Guys, if you want to solve more mathematics question, let me know by leaving a like and subscribe to the channel. So I will see you guys next time in another video.